I found out my wife's girls' night out wasn't about girls at all. The night I discovered my wife was cheating on me didn't start with fireworks, screaming, or some Hollywood-style drama. It started with a small piece of paper that I wasn't even supposed to see. A crumpled receipt. That's all it was. I found it in the pocket of her jeans when I was throwing laundry in the wash. Dinner for two. 2 glasses of wine. A dessert I knew for a fact she didn't like. The timestamp was 9:47 p.m. on a Friday, the exact same time she texted me. Love you, babe. The girls and I are just about to order. Don't wait up. My chest tightened. My brain tried to dismiss it. It's nothing. Maybe one of her friends ordered it. Maybe the server made a mistake. But something inside me knew. It was the kind of gut feeling you can't ignore, the type of unease that claws at the back of your mind no matter how much you try to rationalize it. And that was the moment I started pulling the thread that unraveled my entire marriage. The suspicion. My wife, Anna, not her real name, and I had been together for almost 8 years, married for 5. We had what most people would probably call a stable marriage. We had routines. Sunday morning pancakes. Friday movie nights. Random road trips when she felt spontaneous. But a few months before I found that receipt, little things started to change. She was suddenly obsessed with her appearance in ways she hadn't been before. New lingerie. Longer showers. Hitting the gym late at night. Her phone became an extension of her hand, always locked, always face down. At first, I chalked it up to a midlife self-esteem kick. People go through phases. But then came the excuses. Girls' night out. Work drinks. Traffic was insane. I wanted to believe her, because believing otherwise meant admitting that the person I trusted most was lying to me. That damn receipt was the confirmation my gut had been screaming about. The investigation. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I played along. I smiled, kissed her goodnight, asked her about her girls' nights, and pretended everything was fine. But behind the mask, I was watching. I checked her mileage on the car after she left and compared it to the routes she claimed to take. I noticed inconsistencies. 20 extra miles here, 15 there. I checked our shared bank account. Hidden among Target runs and grocery bills were charges for fancy restaurants I'd never been to. I even went as far as checking the Find My iPhone app one night when she said she was out with her friend Katie. The pin didn't show her at Katie's apartment. It showed her in a part of town we never had any reason to be in. That was when the paranoia turned into certainty. The plan. I knew I couldn't just accuse her without proof. She'd deny it, gaslight me, maybe even flip it back on me. So, I decided to catch her in the act. The next time she said she was going to girls' night, I followed her. I parked a few blocks away from her house and waited until she drove off. Then I tailed her, far enough not to be obvious, but close enough to see where she was going. My heart was pounding so hard I thought it might give me away. She drove to a high-end restaurant downtown, the kind of place we used to save up for special anniversaries. I watched as she got out of the car, smoothed her dress, and walked inside. A few minutes later, another car pulled up. A man got out. Tall, dark hair, probably mid-30s. He smiled when he saw her. She smiled back, the kind of smile I hadn't seen in months. The kind that used to be mine. They hugged. Not a friendly hug. A slow, intimate one. His hand slid down her back in a way that made my stomach twist. And then they walked inside together. The confrontation, sort of. I didn't burst in and cause a scene like in the movies. Instead, I sat there in my car, gripping the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. I wanted to storm in, drag her out, and demand answers. But I also wanted undeniable proof. So I took out my phone and snapped pictures. Her, laughing with him at the table. Her hand resting on his. Him leaning in close to whisper something in her ear. Every photo was another nail in the coffin of our marriage. When she got home that night, I pretended to be half asleep on the couch. She kissed me on the forehead, smelling faintly of perfume and wine, and whispered, "Love you, babe." Girls' night was fun. I wanted to scream. Instead, I said, "Glad you had fun," and rolled over. The breaking point. I kept my secret for another week, letting her think she was fooling me. Part of me wanted to give her the chance to come clean on her own. She never did. The breaking point came when she told me she was going on a weekend trip with the girls. Something inside me snapped. I told her, "That sounds great. Want me to book the hotel for you? Use my points." She froze for half a second, then plastered on a smile and said, "No, don't worry. Katie already booked it." That night, I checked her email. Yes, I know, invasion of privacy, but at that point, all trust was already dead. No hotel booking. No flight confirmation. Instead, I found an email chain between her and the guy. His name was Eric. He was married. They were planning their getaway. The explosion. The next morning, I laid the printed photos and the email chain on the kitchen table. When she walked in, groggy and holding her coffee, she froze. "What's this?" she asked, her voice already trembling. "You tell me," I said. Her face went pale. She opened her mouth, closed it, then tried again. "It's not what it looks like." I laughed. Actually laughed. "Not what it looks like. You're holding hands with him. You're emailing him about weekend getaways. What else could it possibly be?" She started crying. The "I still love you, it was a mistake, I didn't mean for this to happen" speech. The begging. The promises to end it. But the thing is, once trust is broken, it can't just be glued back together. You can tape it, patch it, pretend it's fixed, but it'll never be the same. The fallout. We tried counseling. We tried working through it. But every time she smiled at me, I saw her smiling at him. Every time she said, "I love you," I heard her saying it to him. 6 months later, we were separated. A year later, divorced. I won't lie, it wrecked me. For months, I questioned everything. Was I not enough?